So they requested me to clarify some points to be more clear. So let's, inshallah, clarify it quickly by the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now, when we mention about Zakat al-Fitr, that Zakat al-Fitr, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he ordered the Sahaba to pay it out in the form of food, and he ordered them to give out sa'. As we mentioned, sa' is like kind of a pot. In Medina, they used to buy and sell and store in it. So he gave some kinds of food. 5 came in the hadith. Al-bur, the wheat, sha'ir, barley, dates, and zabib, raisins, as well aqat, which is dried cottage cheese, dried milk. And then these 5, the scholars, they made similarity that it is for all similar types of food that can be stored without getting rotten quickly. And this was the main supply for food, the main food for the Medina people. Some of them, they used, like their main food is dates, tamr. Some of them, their main is wheat. For example, in Egypt, the main thing is wheat. Like it's a wheat country, so people, if you want to give someone something they really appreciate, give them wheat, because they can cook and bake, and they can bake a lot of bakeries by this wheat. Anyhow, in some countries, the main food is rice. In some places in Africa, when we used to go and distribute some food, they tell us, don't give us meat, give us rice. Why? Because meat, it will be quickly eaten and then it will not fill our stomach, but the rice will fill the stomach, we will feel full, so we want rice. Anyhow, so now the point is, or the point of discussion is that we didn't mention in the khutbah how to pay out the zakat. It can be paid as food, or it can be paid as money, zakat al-fitr. It's a must to be food, or it can be paid as money. Of course, you will find that Imam Malik, Ahmed, Shafi'i, the 3 Imams, they said it's a must to pay it as food. Why they said so? Because they said that Prophet ﷺ, he ordered the Sahaba for Zakat al-Mal, the banknote or these currencies, and for the gold and silver, for the commercial goods. All this, he told them to pay it as money. But for Zakat al-Fitr, as the wisdom is not to give money for the miskin. Give money for the miskin, this is Zakat al-Mal. But the wisdom of Zakat al-Fitr, to make the miskin on the day of Eid happy with his family. Not to feel that he is in need, he wants to ask people, I need some food. But day of Eid, everyone should be happy. So if you give him money, most likely he'll spend it on something else. But it's getting out as food, so he can enjoy with his family and be happy in the day of Eid. So accordingly, Imam Abu Hanifa, he mentioned it can be paid as money. That's why you'll find brothers in the subcontinent of India, they know this opinion. However, this opinion is a bit risky. A bit risky, why? Because Rasulullah didn't do, Sahaba didn't do, Tabi'in didn't do, and the Jumhur al-Ulama didn't agree till now. Jumhur al-Ulama till now, they say don't pay it as money, pay it as food. Okay, so why we collected here as money? Because there is no miskin in Japan, no fuqara in Japan. How we will find Muslim faqir in Japan? Very difficult, right? So that's why we collect the money here, and it's allowed to transfer zakat from a country to another country, especially if there is a need. So, of course, there is a need that we want to send it to the needy people from our Muslim brothers and sisters, as we did last year in Gaza, and before in Burkina Faso. This year we'll try, inshallah, in Gaza, if we could find a way. So, when you take it out as food, that is the sunnah. And then we pay our zakat al-mal for the needy and the poor and the miskin. This is how Sharia came very clear. But if both you are paying money, what is the difference? You know? No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam clarified Zakatul al-mal, for the money is paid money from the same type. Zakatul Fitr, even you know that what is the meaning of Fitr? Who knows Fitr? Breakfast. Okay. Zakah of breakfast. Like you are paying zakah because of Eid, and it becomes compulsory only the night of Eid. Like if you died tomorrow, your family don't have to pay zakat al-fitr for you. If you died before Eid by one day, you don't have to pay zakat al-fitr. If a baby is born before the Eid by one day, you have to pay zakat al-fitr for him. So whoever reached end of Ramadan, zakat al-fitr becomes compulsory. So zakat al-fitr, you are paying zakah for your breakfast in this form, in food style, and as I mentioned, this is the opinion of al-Jumhur, and this is the safe side opinion and the practice. If someone is following his madhab, we cannot tell him you are doing something like big mistake, but we are requesting to follow the sunnah and to follow Jumhur ulama, because this is how it happened in the first 3 centuries and how Rasulullah ordered, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In some few cases, you know, some people like, some cases people, they are like in Gaza, in the war, and they requested us, we don't bring, we have a lot of rice, for example, we have a lot of stock, but we need money from you, we need your zakat al-mal and zakat al-fitr, give us money. In some cases, yes, we can go to this opinion, but generally we don't go. Why we go to this opinion? We don't go to this opinion except if there is kind of necessity or something like this. So this is about zakat al-fitr. And I was surprised that some people, even though I gave in the khutbah in details the explanation with numbers, still some people, they think that if you have Kyumang Gosen yen, 95,000, then you have to pay zakah only for 95,000. I said, come on, this is the nisab. Like if you have this amount for 1 year, then I mentioned, then if you have 10 million yen savings, you will pay for all your savings in your bank, and plus your cash, plus your commercial goods. You calculate all. If you just had this 95,000 yen for 1 year, you didn't decrease then this amount. So this is nisab, just to reach that compulsory level. It doesn't mean that you will pay zakat only for 95,000. And even we mentioned this is the safe opinion, safe side, because the other one is 1.2 million yen. So maybe many of us, we don't have this 1.2 million yen for 1 year. So in that case, you're not paying zakat. For example, many brothers here, they have only 500, 600,000 yen for 1 year. So according to calculations of silver, you will pay zakat. According to calculation of gold, you will not pay zakat. So what is safe side?
It's gold.
Silver. Go ahead, say gold. Actually, Egyptian, they are following the gold calculation since the time of the Prophet ﷺ till now. Egyptians are following gold because the currency was gold, so till now they are following the gold calculation, and it's not so common in Egypt to calculate according to silver. But we are saying here is big difference right now, big difference. 95,000, 1.2 million, like. So let's pay zakat, inshallah. If you are in between, you know, if you are from those who have 200, 300, 500, 1 million, then your zakah will be how much? For 1 million yen, how much is your zakah?
40,000.
25,000.
25,000. No,
yes, 1 million yen, 25,000. Nimango said, right?
Yes.
So that is very little. You have 1 million yen in your account. 25,000 is nothing. And as I told you before, of course, many people, they do not pay 2.5. They pay 3, 4, 5, 10% their zakat. Yes.
Just to clarify, if somebody has 95,000 yen for the 1 year, and he got...
If someone has 95, then okay.
Yeah, throughout the year, and he got like 1 million now. how to pay zakat.
Like by inheritance or bonus or
No,
something like
there's
that?
something. Let's say you got some lottery or something.
One shot, he got 1 million, one shot.
1 million, yeah.
He doesn't have to pay zakat for that. It's not compulsory. It's just better. But for this 1 million, you will start another year from now to next Ramadan. Yeah. So if someone has, let's say, 1 million yen in his account, or let's make it more realistic. Someone has 5 million yen saving. Okay. Then this Ramadan he got 20 million yen as inheritance from his someone passed away, his family. He got 20 million suddenly. He has to pay zakat for 25? No. He has to pay zakat for the 5 million. And the 20 million will have another new year. So same, you mentioned about someone has Juma, he has to pay only for that. And he got the 1 million right now. But that is not in the case of salary. That's not in the case of, except if your salary is hakuman, brother, mashallah. Because the salary is coming every month. So you come in Ramadan and you check how much you had in your savings, including the salary of Ramadan. Then you pay all the zakat for all. Okay?
Which is better? If someone have for zakat, if someone have a way to make zakat al-fitr and food in his home, for example, by calling one of his relatives, or paying it in the form of money here, which is better? Or both is the same?
I cannot say what is better. Difficult to decide.
Yeah, let's say if I want to pay in Pakistan, so it is like, let's say.
No, because you mentioned that it's better
here
to
I
get
have to pay 2,000 minimum, the minimum I'm talking about.
Yes.
Some people say, okay, let's pay 500 instead of 5,000, 2,000. Like we have heard, they are saying like if you stay in Japan, then you need to follow the Japanese amount, not in your home country.
Okay. This discussion also we mentioned before, that as we will come back to the beginning of the talk, what is the fard in Zakat al-Fitr? Is to pay the food for the faqir. Okay? So calculation will be like if you buy, for example, if you buy the rice from Japan and you shipped the rice to Pakistan, it's okay. Like you did your fard. If somebody on your behalf purchase the rice in Pakistan and give it to the miskin, still it's fine. So regardless the price, it's about the food to reach the miskin. So that's why in the past, 1 year actually we collected Zakat al-Fitr, 1 or 2 years I forget, 300 yen here in Sapporo. Because sending to Burkina Faso, it was not exceeding 300 yen. 300 yen making more than 3 kilo of rice. So why do we take from people more? Then I checked with many scholars about this issue. Should we make the calculation according to the price of rice in Japan, or the price of rice in the country that the miskin will receive his food? So they say mostly it is for the price of the country that the miskin will receive. But if you want to be like in the safe side, okay, like pay it like this and it will be extra benefit for the miskin. As well, the second reason I stopped doing and taking by the other opinion that it made big fitna. Why people say Sapporo Masjid have Zakat al-Fitr 300 yen and all over Japan 1,500, 5 times. So people got so confused because they don't understand the concept. They think Zakat al-Fitr, something fixed. So that's why I avoided this as well, to avoid fitna. Yeah. I don't know what's better. What is better? This has many factors.
I mean, you mentioned that it's better to give it in the form of food.
Yes.
So I mean that if I have a way, if I call my relative, please get like 10 kilo of rice for me and my family. So I will get it in the form of rice.
Yes.
But here...
No, here ought to be rice. We are not distributing money, we are distributing rice.
Yeah, of course we are taking money and distributing food, but what is better to pay here or in your country, I don't know. Because it has many factors to decide. Like the needy people in your country, maybe you are in a place, a lot of miskin, and they are waiting you, a rich person in Japan. So,
But for the zamb, if because it must be get out, we must get it before Eid. But I mean that if you give the money to collect the money here, and the money is distributed reach after Eid, so ما فيش ذنب عليه. No problem.
no, we are so careful never to distribute after Salat al-Eid, of course.
But if in a case it's
We don't do. What is if? It's a big responsibility. We take the sins of everyone by this way. Here in the masjid, we are so careful that the food is distributed before Eid.
I mean not in Sapporo.
We distribute
I mean
before
somewhere else.
Somewhere else, if you did your best in searching the trusted people, the knowledgeable people who knows how to apply the Sharia and the Sunnah, and they did mistake, out of their mistake, you don't have any problem. But of course, usually anyone is responsible to distribute Zakat al-Fitr. They are so careful. Because the Prophet said it in the Hadith, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, before Salat al-Eid, Zakat. After Salat al-Eid, Sadaqa min al-Sadaqat. Just Sadaqa. So it's not a joke. Yeah, it has to be distributed before Salat al-Eid. Now.
I want to ask for Zakat al-Mal.
Yes.
For those who have agricultural product.
Yes, that is not Zakat mal, but okay.
Huh?
Okay, for Zakat of agriculture.
Yeah. So,
For trading, maybe.
10% of the.
Maybe for trading, not.
no, not trading.
Okay.
Like farmers.
Farmers, yes.
Okay, farmers,
Okay, for agriculture, just quickly, because if we.
Yes.
Last question. Yeah.
I have a question also from sister.
Question from
We
sister.
received it from Bazar before Bazar. Okay.
So, Zakat, the farms, the crops, okay? Because no Zakat in vegetables, no Zakat in fruits. Zakat is only in the crops that can remain long time without getting rotten.
Really? For fruits, no?
No Zakat. Okay, so you can have a lot of farms of mangoes in Egypt, don't worry. Anyhow, so Zakat of crops, it depends on how the irrigation of water. Are you using some machines, devices, all over the year? Then 5%. You are not using at all, it's rain, 10%. You are sometimes season and season, half and half, 7.5. So it depends. And it's on the day of collecting the crops. It's not to wait 1 year.
Sister started asking what's the zakat for scholarship?
Yes,
Zakat of scholarship.
This something is very
Huh?
funny because scholarship is zero tax. Maybe they say.
No. Scholarship is
Wallahi, I'm receiving the question now from sister. They say if some saving from a scholarship,
Okay.
then it's, I don't know that.
For example,
Yes.
if the standard scholarship is per month, or if you calculate per year, it's more than 1 million.
Okay.
Like close to 2 million per year.
Okay.
Some students do save more than 1 million a year.
Okay.
Because of, then what's the ruling? Is there any special ruling or regular ruling?
Okay, brothers, there is one question, I guess, from sisters and from brothers, or from one, I don't know. Sister side.
Yes, same.
So, this question is, if you get income from a scholarship, this income you are getting is by halal way or haram way? Halal, right? Okay. And this money is considered yours or someone else? Yours. Any money in Islam will be considered yours even if I give you a gift now. Let's say I give you a gift 10 million yen. After 1 year you have to pay zakat. So scholarship, of course, this is normal income. And if you are in front of Japanese government, zero tax. But in front of Allah, you have money. What is no relationship? So also the people, they are confused between the income amount and the savings.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned before, I can receive 10 million yen income per year and I'm not paying zakat. Why? I'm paying the 10 million
Spending.
spending on my family expenses, whatever. If I spend the money, خلاص, no zakat. Even that my income is 10 million, no zakat. Zakat is this money for like Q1 percent for 1 year. I have it saved, then I have to pay zakat. But if I spend the money, no zakat. So it's not related to income, and it's not related also on the other side of the source of the income, regardless, scholarship or whatever, hadiyah, gift, or wealth, inheritance, whatever money came to you, you reached the nisab, which is Q1 gosen, 95,000. For 1 year, it's not lower, you have to pay zakat. Okay? جزاكم الله خير.